Finally here, over the course of the next 3 months, is there any assurance, we have seen this is going to be our second Donald Trump administration, and there was a lot of folks that came into his first White House who came in with what they said were good intentions. Donald Trump ultimately cast them aside, fired them, let them go from the administration. What gives you confidence that Donald Trump is going to be loyal to you and your mission come 2025?
Well, President Trump said to me on several occasions, we've talked about what happened in 2016, and he said, I got there and I wasn't able to, I was not prepared to govern, and I was surrounded by corporate lobbyists and corporate CEOs, and they said, appoint that guy, appoint this guy, appoint that guy, and he said, I appointed a lot of bad people, and in fact, there was probably a higher turnover on his cabinet in the first year or 2 years than any other cabinet in history, because he was realizing he appointed a lot of bad people. He said, this time I'm concerned about my legacy. I only have 4 years. I want to leave America better. And the key to that for me is to ending the chronic disease epidemic, and I want you to do it. So that was an offer I couldn't refuse.
How much of a role do you think you played in his victory last night? How much of a role did he say you had in his victory?
I have not had that conversation with President Trump, and the victory belongs to him, not to me.
Finally, any other specific healthcare policy that you will seek to implement in this role that you will have come January 2025 that we should be asking you about now?
I'm not going to talk about specifics.
Anything else?
Oh.
Guys? Okay, one more because he said it. Liquid gold. We've been listening to Donald Trump's speeches there, and he says he'll let you do whatever when it comes to healthcare policy and vaccines. He said the one thing you can't touch, in his words, was liquid gold with gasoline. What have you told him in response, and was that part of the agreement?
No, I understand that that's a big commitment that he's made to his constituents, that he wants to make America energy independent, which I do too. And there are arguments for which he's made. Right now, the United States is the best regulation of oil drilling. There's still a lot of deficits. Fracking gets into people's waters, etc. But we have the best regulation probably of any country in the world. And we now have oil drilling going into the Amazon and absolutely devastating it. I've also talked to the president about this, that if you're worried about carbon, and for millions of Americans who are and see climate change as existential, the most important thing you can do about carbon is to fix our soils, to do regenerative agriculture. If we did regenerative agriculture on America's soils, we could absorb 100% of the carbon and get us down to pre-industrial levels. Oh, it's better than anything that we can do, and that's part of the role that I hope to play in government.
Last thing. Any other names or of allies of yours that you are recommending for HHS Secretary or other FDA or CDC?
Not talking about
You've got it in your head, and we'll follow up with it. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.